Hello there everyone, I'm Chocolo here, but not for a review this time, for a sort of update. I've decided to open my own Patreon channel, or Patreon account or whatever. To be honest with you, I was umming and ahhing about doing this really, and I have a fair few subscribers, but I would say that there's only a core few that regularly watch my videos. Most of my reviews come from just random people searching for Nestle Quality Street or something like that. So basically they're not likely to fund a Patreon channel, and I don't expect many people who even like my channel to really want to sort of pay for it, and I don't expect that at all, really. To be honest with you, so that's kind of why I'm sort of second guessing myself as to whether I should even bother doing this, because it might only be one or two people who fund me on there, and it might be for only $1 or $2 a month or something like that, which is fine, but obviously, I'm not. It's not like it's going to make me a millionaire or anything like that, and as you all know, I don't really. Never really intended to make money from this channel, but the reasons for it. Well, it's basically just to try and give myself an incentive to sort of, be more productive with the channel, to do more. If people are sort of expecting something, to get something back, then it kind of gives me a bit more of an incentive to do things and to make sure videos are done and this, that, and the other. And also, that's basically it really. So it's not really to make any money. Any money I do get from it, because I don't expect it to be much, will just be go back into the channel to buy chocolate. And if I do end up getting more than $5 a month, maybe to go into some kind of recording equipment I can save up for it. But to be honest with you, I imagine it's just really not going to be going to make anything. I'm doing some quite expensive levels on there, more because I've just got to make it worth my time really. I think once to sort of request a review. And to request a review battle, so you can essentially request that two things be faced off against each other. So for instance, like Milky Bar and Cadbury White or something like that. They're quite expensive, and it's a shame really, because it's not like I'm not open to suggestions and open to people asking me things like this. It's just got to be worth my time really, because I've got to buy the chocolates, I've got to do it, and it's versus one is quite a lot of faff. And ones that requested, I might have already done them, so it's kind of one of those really. So they can be completely new ones or ones I've already done. I've got to buy them. It might be an imported bar or something, so long story short is I've got to make it worth my time really, because and I don't really envisage people to be really spending that on me really. But I put it in there because it's there, and if someone wants to do that, then that's great, and I'll do it, so but I don't want to price anyone out. I don't want to sort of make people think, I'm only catering for an elite few who can afford a relatively expensive amount a month. That's not really the case. It's just the fact that I've just I don't expect people to pay for it, and if they do, it's got to be worth my time really, because as I say, it could be videos I've already done, and it takes a lot of time to get the chocolate. And if it's a versus one, to do it all, it's like double the chocolate, double the time pretty much, and double the video editing, things like this. And of course, I can only do so many of those a month. I can't. I roughly do maybe 16 videos a month maybe. I used to do more than that, but roughly now maybe that's how much I do. I don't know. So obviously, if I have a few people wanting requests on top of this and things like this, then it's can be quite difficult to do them all. So it's got to be it's just got to be worth my time really. So it's this, that, and the other. There we go. But so it is a bit of a pain. I don't want to be making some kind of paywall, for my channel and for people to just suggest things and to enjoy. That's not really the intention of it at all. It's really just to sort of have something there to give me an incentive to keep going, and if people can, give me $1 or so a month or whatever, it'll help me, buy the chocolate, and it'll help me, perhaps buy some new equipment. I could do with. I could do with some better recording equipment, better laptop, this, that, and the other. So there are expensive things that I do buy myself out of my own pocket to go with the channel, like the lighting I've done, the microphone, phone stand, tripod or whatever, the new phone as well. I've got to record it. And there's chocolate itself, and some chocolates, cost £5 each or whatever. That's for one chocolate. For instance, I'm about to review these Galaxy truffle things. These are about £4 or £5. So I wouldn't normally buy these kind of things. That's just one chocolate. So if you're talking 16 chocolate reviews a month, it's at least £16 or whatever. So, and it's probably more than that really. Sometimes I spend about £30 on chocolate in one go. So you know what I mean. So it's not really an intention to be greedy. It's not an intention to make money out of the channel. It's more of an intention to give myself some kind of sort of incentive or push or drive to do it. I don't know. It's a bit of a funny one, because sometimes you get people in the comments saying, oh, I wish you'd hurry up, I wish you'd do this, we should do that, we should stop talking too much, you need to just get on to do the review and things like this. But I don't need to do that at all. If you don't like what I do, you go away. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in. I don't do this for specific people. I do it because I enjoy it, and people I hope will enjoy the style I do, and then it's those people I want to listen to and engage with, and I will listen to them. And obviously, if they have suggestions, that's fine. But obviously, if someone's just coming in and saying, they just don't like the style whatsoever, then they're not paying me, So obviously, if it's a Patreon, then obviously people are paying me. But the whole idea of that is that they're paying to support what I do, not to make me do other things. I mean, obviously, they might have a reward system where they've paid to me to do a specific review, but it will basically be, for all intents and purposes, on my terms. Really, it's my channel. I'll be doing it. Obviously, that's the intention of them paying. It's not them paying me to do things in the way they want. I think I may offer, to do a short review. If they want me to do a very short review on something, that's fine. But obviously, it can be anything as well. So I don't tend to review ice cream. I don't tend to review, I don't know. Yeah, I guess crisps, things like this. But obviously, with these requests, that's open to it. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I guess it's a chance to get me to do things I wouldn't normally do. And again, that's why it's got to be worth my time, because if it was review Ben and Jerry's, they can be £5 a pot. They're not cheap. They melt. It's a pain to do, basically, and then obviously you've got to have them nicely melted in order to do the review. It's time, basically, and time is something I don't have much of, really. So there we go. So that's it, really. So there we are. And as I say, I'm recording this now. It's at the end of November 2019. Things might change. I might change my mind on the Patreon, change the way things are done. What I'm talking about now might no longer be relevant in a while. I might not open it until a few months' time or whatever. I sort of created the account about a week ago. I've not released it yet. I've not open or anything. So who knows? Maybe I'll never do it. Who knows? Maybe you'll never see this. But yeah, so there we go. So I just wanted to explain, really. I guess my main thing I want to say is that this is in no way trying to alienate people, to put a paywall on my channel. Because basically the things, I wouldn't be doing these things generally anyway. Some people do suggest chocolate in the comments. And I do tend, and I do go out and look for them and review them, because obviously it's in my interests to review things that people want to see. So that's not the case. I will be, ignoring those comments. So I'd like to allay any fears about that. Obviously, I want to, people who watch my channel, I want them to enjoy it. It's not just all about me, So, I am interested. It's something, it's something I like to do. So it's not like I won't be open. I will say, no, I'm not listening to you. Fund me on Patreon. I'm not interested in your suggestions. But obviously, the Patreon one is just when people specifically want something I wouldn't otherwise do, or have already done, or want it specifying specifically for them for whatever reason. Some people like that. You know what I mean? So it's up to them, really. You don't have to do it. As I say, you don't have to do it. You can still suggest things. You can still suggest that I do certain things. I mean, obviously, Cadbury White versus Nestle. Milky Bar, it might be a good one for me to do anyway. So if someone has suggested that, maybe I will do it. But obviously, if you fund me on Patreon and you want that, then it will be done, because obviously you're paying for it in that case. So it's one of those. But obviously, I am open to suggestions. So I just want to make that very clear that there is. It's not an intention to ignore people or block people or not want people to suggest things or anything like that, really. So hopefully that makes sense. As I say, the money will, I can't guarantee where it'll go. I mean, that's the other thing as well. Is I'm not going to sit there and tell you, well, if you give me $2 or something, that $2 will necessarily have bought me something I wouldn't have otherwise bought. You know what I mean? But it'll help fund my channel, or whatever. But as I say, you have to bear in mind that I can't guarantee that money will go somewhere and you will see a direct benefit from it. I mean. Yeah, it's just the way it is, isn't it? I mean, but as I say, the intention of it is to put the money into the channel. And I say all that. If I spend £16 at least a month on chocolate, then if I get £16 a month from Patreon, then the likelihood is it will be going into the chocolate, if not directly. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just obviously saying that if for whatever reason I end up getting £2 million a month, I couldn't spend all that on chocolate and recording equipment. You know what I mean? So there we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Not that I'll get to £1 million a month. I mean, imagine that. Wow. Then it would have been definitely worth doing. But so there we go. So right, well, if you've got any questions, leave a comment. Get in touch. So if you're not happy about the idea, let me know as well. I mean, I'm open to you know, hate about it, you know, and this, that, and the other. I'm not, as I say, but I just hope I've, you know, made it clear that it's not to block people making suggestions or enjoying the channel. It's just to do things I otherwise wouldn't do and to fund things I otherwise would do, basically. So there we go. So it's not going to stop you suggesting ideas. And as I say, it is in my interests to review chocolate that people want to see. So it's not like I'm not going to say, no, I'm not going to review anything unless you suggest it, unless you pay to suggest it. I mean, what's the point in that? You know, and I enjoy doing the channel. I want to keep it going and I want people to enjoy it. Yeah, so there we go. Hope that makes sense. Right, well, I guess I've got some reviews to do. Yeah, this time it's the Galaxy Truffle. So yeah, I guess whenever you watch this, go see it. it should be on by now, I would have thought, but if not, it hopefully will be soon. There'll be some kind of card or something most likely in one of these corners. I don't know which one it will be, to link to it. So there we go. Okay, guys, take care. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think. As I say, I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Oh, and the link to the Patreon and stuff like that will be in the description. Yeah, of course. Yeah, open it and tell you how to get to it. But yeah, as I say, don't feel obliged, but it's there. Have a look at it anyway. See what you think. But you don't need to do anything. Okay, take care, everyone. See you later. Bye.